President Obama scoring a major win today as he gets critical backing for his highly controversial Iran nuclear deal. Retiring Maryland Democratic Senator Barbara Mikulski announcing her support for the deal, and with her yes vote, the president now has enough votes to block Republicans from vetoing the deal. Kentucky Senator and 2016 GOP presidential candidate Senator Rand Paul goes on the record. Nice to see you, sir.
Thanks for having me.
So, Barbara Mikulski puts him over the top.
Well, I think we've all prematurely given the president a victory without announcing how badly he's going to be defeated. I mean, 66 U.S. senators are going to vote to disapprove of the Iranian agreement. That's two-thirds of the Senate. It's all the Republicans, and 12 Democrats are going to vote to disapprove of it. Now, can he overturn it with a veto and sustain a veto? Yeah, but we haven't even gotten to the disapproval yet. So I think we need to announce and go through the process of disapproving it before we talk about the veto.
Right. Here's the thing that disturbs me. This isn't naming a post office, obviously. This is nuclear weapons. Has a complete copy of the deal with all the side deals and all the secret deals been delivered to every member of the House and the Senate. So everyone who's voting knows exactly what's in it and read it.
Well, that's crazy that we would actually be able to read the bills and read about what we're voting on. Yeah, absolutely, we should. We should
have you seen everything?
No, I haven't seen the side deal.
Well, so Barbara Mikulski hasn't seen this either, then.
No, and I think that it's more party loyalty than it is anything else. I think that he's gotten the people who will vote with the president because of party loyalty, regardless of the facts.
For me, I think that's insane. I don't know how you vote on something so important. I mean, I can't even make a judgment on it because no one brings me. I can't read the bill. I can't see the side deals. And I think anyone who's going to be responsible to a constituent is going to read it, understand it, know everything about it before making a decision.
Well, to my mind, what's very important is that there needs to be some leverage to ensure compliance by the Iranians. I want it to work. I do want negotiations to work. I think negotiations are preferable to war. But at the same time, the Iranians have a long history of duplicity and not adhering to international agreements. And so I had always hoped that if there were an agreement, that there would be a very slow releasing of sanctions over a many-year period to ensure compliance. And I think that's the problem.
All right. Do you know for sure there's a report that the UN is going to outsource, the IAEA is going to outsource the inspections essentially to the Iranians to do it almost an honor system. Do you know, is that part of this?
That's concerning, and I think some of it is.
Is that part of this?
Well, I think that's some of it. I think there also is some that will be remotely monitored, that will be 24-hour cameras and monitoring. But I think some of the sampling will be done by the Iranians. Well, that also concerns me because this is about trust. But Reagan's whole deal was trust, but verify, and the verification is the most important aspect when dealing with an adversary.
I just, for the life of me, I don't know how anyone possibly votes on this without having a complete grasp on every single aspect of this. I think I think party loyalty on this is an irresponsible way to vote.
But it's also why it's important that we not announce that this is a victory for the president. He's going to have two-thirds of it.
They've already announced the numbers.
Well, I know, but there's going to be a vote of disapproval, and two-thirds of the Senate's going to vote to disapprove of this. The numbers I believe they're announcing is that they can sustain a veto, right?
Yeah, I guess. But I mean,
so there is going to be a vote, and there's going to be a defeat. There's going to be a rebuke of the president. Over 60 senators will vote to rebuke him.
But ultimately, it's going to sustain a veto. I mean, ultimately, it passes, and nobody's read the thing.
But it's going to pass with the support of 34 senators. 66 are going to be opposed to this, which shows really that two-thirds of the Senate is opposed to this, and the majority of the House is opposed to this.
You and I both have different upsets. Anyway, Senator, nice to see you, sir.
Thanks for having me.